Hold on to your butts.
Let's get it. Shake it like understand who I is. Not that many gon' do it like this. Bob your head, we can hear my shit, but I'm on my shit. I ain't have no chill. I'm who I are. I'm who I is.
What up? What up? What is up, everybody? It is TDG live up in this thing. That is the dating game. I am one half of TDG King.
And I am the other half, Sean. Welcome.
Hey, welcome, y'all. Welcome, everybody. Sean, it is good to see you, my man. We've been kicking out these live streams and these videos on this platform at a more consistent pace, man. I am proud of us. Give us a round of applause. My round of applause button ain't working, so you know what? We're going to skip that.
Or drop a donation. Drop a donation, guys. Or at the very least, drop a like and a subscribe.
Drop a like and a subscribe. That is all that we ask for. Get the bare minimum. We're here to provide logical sensibilities to some illogical things that we see out there. That's kind of our mantra in works, so to speak, because look, people are out here in relationships, dating, trying to find relationships. And if you let some people tell it, it's a struggle out here. And what we're going to show and highlight today is one of the things that made me and Sean, well, Sean hadn't seen it yet, and I've watched only clips of what we're going to present today. But before we get into all of that, look, we're streaming across multiple platforms, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. If you have a like button where you're watching this at, do me a favor. Hit that like button, all right? Help us out on the algorithms. That's the algorithm over here. Sean, man, I have something for you. I from the little bit that I did see, it's gonna make you go, what in the hell is this lady thinking? And I can't wait. You've been getting me lately with some of these videos that just boil my blood pressure. So it's my turn, fool. It is now my time to get you back.
Grind my gears.
I am going to grind your gears on this one. I'm going to make you, I'm going to show you something that if this person was presented to you, this is what you would do. Run. You'd run. You'd run in a heartbeat. You'd go.
We don't do that here.
So without further ado, let's acknowledge some of the comments before you get into your TDG thing that you say. And it's funny because our interest, because we messed it up last time. Hopefully we can get it right this time. We got Pete the Greek in the building over on Facebook and YouTube. Said, hey guys, hey, what's up, Pete? Thank you for tuning in. Sean, bring us on in.
That's a new name.
That's Pete too. Pete is a super supporter. He has given us watch time on both Facebook and YouTube, and I appreciate him for that.
Pete, you the man. You the man, Pete. We appreciate it, Pete. So before ado is any way further, we're just gonna jump on into it.
All right, roll them.
Wipe that screen, honey. Wipe
this
that
is so.
girl.
I've been watching you for the longest. My sister put me on.
Oh, I love you.
I stopped.
Oh,
but
wait, hold on, girl. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Wipe your screen.
Okay, so we are going to have to stop multiple times for fair use purposes. Okay, we're going to try to keep the breaks at natural break points that we can talk about what's being discussed. So to set the scene, this is the Singles on Instagram live show hosted by radio personality Kendra G. Kendra G started this online dating kind of matchmaking thing. It's not like a service, but people can come on to her live stream. It started during the pandemic and basically present themselves to try to find somebody to date. And she asked these questions like, what are you looking for? You know, tell us about yourself. Something that she's introduced is this thing called Kendra Can, where you have to stand up and show off your whole body because people can catfish. There's some more stuff that I'm going to talk about because one half of this show has been on Kendra G's video show live stream, but we're not here for that. So that's kind of the intro into what this video is being set up to show.
Okay.
Sorry. I always get
no.
It's probably a light.
It's the way the light is. Oh, because the way you want the light to be, it's like a blur, honey.
Maybe I should change rooms.
Okay, that's
All right.
I'm sorry.
So, Sean, quick question. How old is the lady at the bottom?
Ooh. I'm gonna say 40.
Okay. I actually don't know. If I were to guess, I'd say 43. And that's one of the things that she does ask as well. So this isn't me trying to put you on the spot. I was just curious because I was thinking, ooh, how old is she? Now look, so that we don't get canceled. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. We're not here to judge this lady on her looks. What we are going to judge her on is her audacity and what she is seeking.
Fat boy,
This is so crazy because I always request, but I never get on. So
well, you on here
Why
now,
does
baby girl.
every
What's
one
your
of these women
name?
come
Good
on here
morning.
and
Happy
say that?
Thursday. What's your name, girl?
Sabrina,
Hey, Sabrina. Where you from?
Chicago.
Come on.
Oh, I'm in Indiana though.
Chicago, close enough. You in Gary now?
No,
Oh.
Hammond.
Hammond. Okay, yeah. You
Okay.
down in Chicago. What's your age?
I am 38.
Oh, close. All right. If this was what's it called? What's that? Price is Right. We both be wrong. I was closer, but isn't it closest without going over?
Yes, closest without going over. So we both would have failed in that. But hold on, because you can't hear my sound effects with the way I have it set up. So let's do this way. Now, hold on. Sean, tell me if you hear this.
I didn't hear that.
Okay. All right. So 38. Hey, I'm 38. Sean, if you don't mind disclosing, how old are you?
I'm a very young 39.
So,
So a very sexy 39.
so we have a very sexy 39 at the bottom, pause, and then almost 39 over here. And I think people would be good at guessing our height. You have a little bit more pepper in your beard down there, but I don't think people would put you over 40. We both put her over 40, so yeah.
But you know what's funny though? Typically bigger people, I've noticed, like they tend to look younger. And I think it is because they have more body to them.
Mhm.
But for some reason she's not getting that one. So
Nope, not at all. All right, let's keep going.
All right, 38. And what's your sign?
I am a Virgo.
Come on. Virgo.
Stop with
All right, Virgo.
Not with
I'm
the
a whole
zodiac
vibe,
signs.
baby.
Girl, tell me about it. You boss too, probably. What you do for a living, Virgo?
I am a student and I drive Lyft. I'm a hustler, baby.
Okay, you get out.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. To me, ain't nothing wrong with being an entrepreneur. I've talked about on my channel, I do have a normal 9 to 5, but I had made some bad money choices to where I had to get out and hustle too. So I would get done with my 9 to 5 and I'd Uber, Lyft, house sit, pretty much anything I could to make a buck to get myself in a better position than I was in. So I'm not gonna knock that.
I wouldn't necessarily what she was saying call what she's doing a hustle though. I mean, she said she's in school and she's driving Uber. If those are only two things she's doing, it's not really a hustle. It's just like it's living. Everyone has a job. Well, everyone should have a job who's of age and able-bodied to have a job. I work a 9 to 5. I'm doing it right now. Actually, it's more like a I don't know, it's 10, 12-hour shifts right now. Well, days right now, damn near 7 days a week. And when I'm home, if I'm not doing a project for myself, I'm doing a project for somebody else. My side hustle with my what's it called my DIY stuff. And of course, we also have this channel we do as well. So that's a bit of a hustle. And my schedule's always full up.
Yes, man, dude. I got off work today. I edited, produced, and published a video. Went to the gym, stopped by Walmart, took a shower, And now I'm here doing this. And after we get done with this live, I got some more stuff that I'm going to edit. I might game a little bit and then call it a night. Pretty much a full schedule. No hustling today because, I'm just taking the next couple of days off. But it's always grind mode. Always.
Right. And I used to do Uber and Lyft too, just like you. So for a little bit. I got tired of that shit.
I am a single mom. I provide for myself. I'm very independent.
Okay.
How many kids you got?
I have one.
3.
Okay, how old?
Okay, 1.
Really?
She is.
Oh, sorry. That was
almost 16.
inside voice.
So 1 kid, almost 16, hustler, 38. All right. This is the person that she's presenting herself to the world so far.
She's 15. Yeah.
Nice.
15, 16. So she was.
Let's just get to it. What kind of man you looking for?
A man that knows what he wants. Of course, I said I'm a Virgo, and Virgos to me
don't care.
Very lovable, and they love hard.
Y'all love real hard.
Yes. So whenever I meet somebody and date them, they're just not for me. I feel like I'm building a bear, and I'm tired of building a bear. I'm all out of that. So
you want
be paused for a second. So here's what people got to understand. I mean, the SMV is real. Okay. Now, if you're dating all men that you think that you have to, you categorize them as Build-A-Bear type dudes where you have to build them up, that's because of your personal SMV standing. Now, if your SMV standing was higher, you'd be able to get men of better what's the word? Well, better standing, basically.
Better.
So for her to complain that she's only getting Build-A-Bear men, it's because of, unfortunately, well, we all know men are visual creatures, and I'm sure there's guys that do like what she's presenting, but those men aren't exactly, in mass. And the dudes that she is getting, these are kind of like the bottom of the barrel dudes. Will get what they can get. I mean, when tax season comes around, they're probably hitting her up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, her son's still 16, so she can still claim him. That's an extra $2-3 grand on the taxes. That's what she has to understand. That these men that she's getting, it's based off of what she is able to present.
Now, let me restate something for people that might be new to some of these terms. SMV is sexual marketplace value. And we don't mean, so SMV is not just like how sexy you are and things like that. It's a total package. And that's a whole different episode trying to explain really what that is. But you have to understand, like let me toot my own horn for a second. I have a business degree. I also have an MBA. There's certain business concepts that you have to understand. And one of those concepts is a marketplace. Like you can find stuff on Amazon cheaper, as Amazon is a marketplace where versus like maybe going to certain stores or whatnot and having certain access to, and different things like that. So when Sean says your SMV, your sexual marketplace value, it is literally how you rank versus everybody else that's out there in the dating pool. So when this lady is complaining that she's not going to deal with Build-A-Bear type men because she's dealt with folks that are coming to her not fully there, she's attracting those type of people because she's not just competing with everybody that's in her city. With the advent of social media and dating apps and things, she's also competing with everybody else that's on the dating marketplace. And you have to ask, she has to ask herself this: is a quality person who's not a fixer-upper interested in her? That's what she has to, that's the question that she has to answer. And if she's not that, the next thing that she would have to ask herself is, what does she need to do to get the type of man that she wants?
But you know what? I bet you she's not the type that will ask that question. She's going to say she's perfect, where's the way she is. She's a 10. Whoever gets her is going to be lucky to have her. Any one of those things she's probably going to say or probably already thinks.
Yep. And look, notice how when I was talking about SMV, right? Everybody's scale on how they would rate somebody is different, but there's still general principles, general concepts when you're evaluating something on the marketplace that's going to determine what your rating is. Like I said, we're not here to talk about her beauty and how she looks. We're not doing that. What we are doing is evaluating what she wants and where she's sitting on the marketplace. Let's continue.
Being the person that I am, I'm ready to expand. Like these guys they date different.
When you say they different,
I don't think
well,
women really require enough these days. Like I was out of the dating scene for a while.
Okay.
I had got engaged and it didn't work out. But it's like when you get back into the dating pool, like guys are different.
I would love to know why it didn't work out. I hope she goes into that in this video.
I'd like to know who proposed to her. I couldn't help myself.
Oh no, I hit the wrong button. Let's try that again.
Mom, I provide for myself. Whenever I meet somebody and date them, they're just not for me. I feel like I'm busy. Like I was out of the dating scene for a while.
It's back where we were.
I had got engaged and it didn't work out. But it's like when you get back into the dating pool, like guys are different. And
when was your last relationship? I'm sorry to cut you off.
Oh, yeah.
when was it?
Mm-hmm.
Good question.
2 years ago, a little bit over 2 years ago.
What are your deal breakers, honey?
Liars, cheaters, manipulators, just a guy that don't know what he wants, not driven.
Okay.
So why did you not get married?
He grew down.
He grew down.
What was the question? Because my audio's been cutting in and out.
Okay, she asked why the engagement didn't work out, and her answer was he grew down.
What does that even mean?
I was about to ask you if you knew what that meant. If anybody is watching in the comments, what does growing down mean? I hope she explains this because wait, what? Let's continue.
I felt like we didn't mesh like we did. He changed up his whole energy. It was just like we were in different places. So we agreed to separate and just be cool.
Okay.
Agree to separate and be cool. Okay, so
Boss,
that said a whole lot of nothing.
that's what I'm about to say. Like, you ever notice that when you listen, because for what we do for our content, we listen to a lot of this type of stuff, you know. But it seems like women will never go into any kind of details. They'll just skirt around what the issue is and give you no details to like. Because the thing is, when you think about this as court, you want to present your case. You want to present some evidence, at least a little bit of evidence. But you never get the evidence from them. It's like, well, it just didn't work out, or he was a narcissist, or he was
abusive.
Exactly. It's always the one of those two, narcissist or abusive. And like, well, how was he? Well, I mean, he just did these things and that things. Well, what are those things? Well, I don't want to go into it, girl. I was like, all right, well, it's harder for me to believe you then if you can't even describe what happened, what transpired between you and him.
Hey, maybe God happened to me translated it in a way that we could understand. She basically said he regressed in some way. How from the point that she accepted a proposal, assuming that he proposed to her, what was it that made her go yes at the beginning and then walk away from it after the fact? That's what needed to be said, and she didn't say really anything.
Right.
Do they have to look a certain way? Your new boo?
I don't want him to be unattractive.
Okay.
I'm not saying I want a pretty boy, but
Kendra's face is in the background.
I'm beautiful. I might not be the prettiest woman in the world, but I'm very, on that level for me. So I want him to.
What's that level for you that you're on?
See?
A vibe, baby.
What's a vibe? Okay. So now she called herself beautiful, Which, like I said, we're not here to judge her looks. She called herself beautiful. She feels beautiful. Okay, cool. Then they asked her, what level is that? And she goes, a vibe. This is the second time she's used that word. I'm a vibe.
Right.
So how does that equate to beauty to you, Sean? Because I don't get it.
It doesn't. I like to categorize these kind of answers as whimsical bullshit, where women don't have an actual answer. So they want to say like some sort of catchy phrase or some kind of, thing that makes them feel better. So I call it whimsical bullshit because it's nothing you can really quantify or quantitate,
Nope. Oh, hold on. That was loud. I was trying to share the post because somebody asked me for the link. Look, you don't have to ask me for the link if you've subscribed. All right. So subscribe to the damn channel, hit that notification bell, and you would never have to ask me for the link. But I just said,
there we go.
All right. Moving on with the video.
I'm a big girl, but I'm fine, and can't nobody tell me nothing different.
Big fan.
I want a guy who, who
So he don't have to be tall, short, skinny, hefty.
I don't want him too tall because I am 4'11" and a quarter.
Oh.
Did you pause or?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Hold on. Zoom in on me, assistant. 4'11" and a quarter.
I'm sure that quarter matters.
I'm not sure that quarter matters. Look, I joke and tell people that I'm 5'7" and a half, so I round up to 5'8". So she's under 5 feet. Let's keep it going.
4'11"? You're 4'11"?
I'm 4'11" and a quarter. Yes.
Shorty, big fan shorty.
Yeah.
I thought you were so much taller.
So,
Okay.
I did too.
Like, I don't want him too tall where I have to just completely look up to him. So,
does he gotta make a certain amount of money?
No, but I do want him to be established, have a job,
the shade,
want more or doing better, All
right.
So
let's do the Kendra Cam, honey.
All right, back it on up.
You really caught me on the day, honey.
Back that vibe on up.
Well, why is it that when the ladies are about to come on, those that to me, I think it's a pure confidence thing. People know Kendra does the Kendra cams. They know what time she has her singles on, right? So why make this? You really caught me on the day, honey. You were the one that mashed the button to join the damn live stream.
And you know what's funny though? Because as we said before, like I was on Kendra's show once, a couple months back, and I mean I knew what the deal was, and I didn't care as much to dress up at all. I just come back from a run, but so here's the thing: when you call into the show, you're waiting in a waiting room. So basically, when you're gonna be in the show, basically, because if you can't get into that waiting room, there's no chance you'll be on the show. It's basically if you're calling like I'm dating myself now. But when they had like those radio on the radio and you'd call in to win a contest, but you had to call in and be like call number 74, and you call in and get the busy signal, you call in and get a busy signal, and if you finally get in, it's a different signal, different sign, whatever it is. So on Kendra's show, when you want to get on camera with her, either you get into the waiting room or you don't. So for them to say like, "Oh, I didn't think I was going to get on," how do you not think he was going to get on when he's in the waiting room? How do you not? And if you're in the waiting room, because she goes to a good amount of people per night. Once you're on, like, "Oh, I didn't know you let me do the Kendra cam and stand up." Are you kidding me? She's been doing it for months, probably about a year now. Yeah.
Especially if you follow her show, which she said at the beginning, she follows the show. And then too, it's only the ladies that'll preface that for the most part. Not all of them, but they'll like say something. Oh, like dudes, they'll stand up, they'll show themselves in the camera, and then they'll sit back down. There was somebody who came on with a whole suit. Right, he was suited. Wow. He talked about why he was in a suit as well. He said he did it for the show because he wanted to present an image, and he also had not a wedding band on, but he had a ring because he said he wants to live in himself being a husband. He was a South or West African dude, but he talked about how he wanted to present himself as a husband and also feel as a husband for his future wife. I thought it was a little different, but I get the symbolism behind it. But he came on prepared is my point. And for you to, you caught me on one today, you should have waited until you were, I guess, more presentable if you really felt that way. Or just stand up and show yourself and not give this whole pre-qualifying thing. Dudes don't do that. It's only the ladies that do. And not all, but most.
Girl, you look good. Won't you back it up?
Put my shirt up because I had on the belly top, girl.
Girl, I'm
All
gonna get the titties out my face.
What that is?
Come on, girl. Okay, Kendra,
We see you, boo.
yes, it's a
That's what
vibe.
you get. I'm beautiful and I'm proud.
I love it. As you should.
Listen,
be.
I love your confidence.
Give me a pause.
I saw it coming. I saw the pause coming.
I want to see it coming earlier, but it works better now. I would love to ask this lady where she thinks she rates between Kendra and this other guest host, Nisha, as far as her beauty. Like she says she's what, an 8 or a 10 or whatever it is.
She didn't give
I would
herself a number yet.
well, she said she was fine or something like that.
Yeah,
I'd like to know where she would put herself between them.
Yeah.
If you can't be objective enough to say, like, you know what, all right, I'm not the best looking person in the room, but probably not the worst either. So it might be like right in between, you know what I'm saying, like that. Then there's a problem.
Oh man, I hope that. Yeah, no, see, because you know what, Kendra, she doesn't go soft on the ladies, right? But she wouldn't ask a lady to rate themselves. I think and she has asked a guy to rate themselves, but I don't think she would ever ask another woman to rate herself, because I'd love to know. Like, look, if I'm on a show, I'm not going to sit here and call myself, because like I said, it's a marketplace. So how am I rating myself against the marketplace? I might be a 10 to somebody else, right?
Right.
But if I'm going to rate myself on the marketplace, like just like how somebody who might be a 10 in my eyes might be a 6 to you, because it's different strokes for different folks. But asking her what her rating would be, if she would have said anything on the far end and not anywhere in the middle, then that tells me that I can't take her serious.
Right.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think, and I'm going to say this as sensitive as possible, the type of guy you attract, do you think
Come on,
if you
Kendra.
lost a little bit of weight, you would attract a different type of guy?
Come on, Kendra.
I know I have, because I have before.
Good question.
But no, I'm so confident. Like, I could grab any guy. I never had a problem with guys. The thing is, when we do get to a certain level, they don't really.
Well, that's the challenge, right? I think all women, if you have a vagina, you're gonna always be able to have sex, right?
Yes. See, Kendra, yes, that's what I'm talking about. See, this lady, because I can tell by listening to her, she's fun to be around. She can be fun to be around. I think she has a dope personality. I'm not gonna knock her personality. Some people are dry as a doorknob, and even if they fine, I'd be like, yeah, no, I don't have the time or energy to really deal with somebody that's dry as a doorknob. This lady at least has a personality, so she's got that going for her. It ain't hard to find a guy who would sleep with her.
Well, she already said she got the bottom of the barrel dudes, knock on her door all the time. So there's no shortage of them.
Exactly. It's the type of dudes. Look, I'm just going to say this. I can imagine that Pookie, who might need a place to stay, would not mind hitting her up, because it looks like she stays in a pretty nice house. It's not an apartment. It looks like a house, right? And if she was providing a bed and everything like that, that wouldn't be difficult.
Right.
Like our men tell me this. So, but it's not about just having sex. You want
really
somebody
about attracting the guy that you want.
So, yes.
Right.
With the guy you want, are you able to attract the guy you want?
I would date. We could go out. We could do this. We could do that. But these guys, I don't know. They turn into liars, and that's probably me, because I love hard and But when I found out you lied, that's it. I'm like, that's such a deal breaker for me. Like, I don't feel like I have to settle for less.
Okay.
And I'm not going to. I'd rather be by myself. Hell, I was born by myself. So,
everybody is, unless
So
you
why you think you
twins.
single?
Yes.
because these guys are not, they're not stepping up.
What?
No, before while you have your laugh attack,
She just said these guys are not stepping up. Oh, Sean.
here's what I've been hearing a lot as far as, you can't, a woman who's dating these type of men tends to think that all the men are this way when they're only dating a certain subsection of the men. And on our channel, we never say
Nice.
say, we just say, most or 51% majority or a good amount, but you can never really say everyone. She only has a certain pool of men to date from. She's not dating any 6s or 7s or 8s or 9s or 10s. She might get a 5 here and there, maybe, but most likely the highest she's getting is like a 4 type of dude, maybe even a 3. I don't know.
Yep. There's a question in the chat. I want to pop this one up. Oh, big men are not stepping up. Oh, this lady. Real question. How do you want a man with a job, but you ain't got one? Somebody's got to pay the bills. She sounds like she's doing what she can. I'm going to, oh man, I don't want to get in trouble for this one. I wonder how much of the state is helping her. And ain't nothing wrong with that. People from time to time might need that type of assistance. But I wonder how much of the state and how long of the state is helping her. Let's continue. Well, what is she going to say after she said the reason that she's single is because dudes aren't stepping up? I need to know at this point.
What are the top three things you think a man wants in a woman? Top 3.
Fit, feminine,
they should want confident, driven, and beautiful.
Okay, you got 1 out of 3 right. Top 3: beautiful is first, fit, feminine, and submissive, right?
Submissive. I think you can kind of interchange friendly and submissive because friendly means cooperative. Submissive gives. I agree. So Jess Niche or Jess Ness, I don't know who she is. I know who Kendra is. This is the first time I've seen Jess Nash or Jess Niche, however you say her name. But she said fit, friendly, feminine, and fit, I think are the 3 that she said. And I mean, if you ask different people, they'll give you different answers. For me, I like feminine, cooperative, and submissive. How about you, Sean? Like top 3 qualities.
I had a feeling you're going to ask me that.
Hey, I gave mine, man. It's only fair to give yours.
I'm just going to go with the best, the FBI. Feminine, beautiful, inspirational.
Ooh, I like it. FBI. That's not to the late great Kevin Samuels, right? All right. So let's see. God happened to be said, I'm not knocking gig work at all. Please understand that. But to say job versus working and legally making money, it's unfair considering the fact that she doesn't have that herself. That's what we're highlighting. And I appreciate you for pointing that out. Continuing.
That's a problem. Because if you're not being submissive to me, I'm not doing the same to you. I love that.
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you this too. This ain't Kendra G question. This is a personal question. I just want to know, what do you think your top 3 flaws are when it comes to relationships?
Good question.
I don't think she's going to answer any of them. You?
I think she's going to walk around the bush on them somehow.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, be honest.
Not for a man.
No. Your flaws. What are your flaws?
I'm like, I love too hard.
Yeah. She's gonna say I love hard. I know it. You know it. You haven't seen this video. I've only seen highlights, but yeah, she's going to say, and if it's not her first one, I'll be surprised. If she even responds, it's gonna be I love too hard. Oh, let's see.
You as a person.
I'm too
this
trusting.
Self-accountability today. Kendra said I can ask a few of my own
bored.
questions.
I get bored easily.
Okay.
Okay. I've heard that.
What'd she
heard that. She said I get bored too easily.
Okay. Like most women, but okay.
Yes, like most women. And it's also one of the things that guys are really starting to not really run to relationships because they're like, man, why am I going to give all this effort for somebody to get bored and say I'm not happy and then cause chaos on their way out? Guys are like, I'm not here to be your dancing monkey. Not doing it.
Yeah, we're not here for your sole entertainment whenever you're bored. We're here to have fun together, but it's not our job to entertain you.
Nope. So okay, I get bored. She was honest. Okay,
we still got two more.
I can respect that. Let's see if she says the "I love too hard." Oh, please don't say it. Come on.
The stroke.
I could probably do more as far as like working on myself. Even though I'm self-confident, there's just stuff about me, like my health wise, that I just be. Sometimes I get a little lazy when it comes to stuff like that.
Okay. That two things that she's been honest about. You know what? I can respect that. I can respect the fact that she said I get bored easily, and her second thing was she said I got things that I can work on about myself.
Okay,
she almost excused herself though.
But she's all right. Come on, you're being a little bit too light on her. Someone's got to go.
Come on.
She said she gets bored easily, and she's a little bit lazy.
Yes.
Now, her outward appearance would contradict that.
Oh,
you're a little more than a little bit lazy, and a little bit more than a little bit bored. You're spending a lot of time not getting up and moving around and going for walks, or maybe a little bit of a jog, or hitting the gym. If you're working Uber and Lyft, you're making your own hours, and you got school, so there's time in there to fit time into the gym to get your health right.
Okay.
So there's really no excuse for her to be this size at her height. That's ridiculous. We don't know what her weight is, but I'd venture to guess if she's 4'11", she's probably at least 150, at least, and that's on the low end.
Okay, so you talk about me going easy. I would have doubled that easily.
True. Well, we can't.
Even at 4'11", I'm saying close to about 300.
Oh, I don't know if she's that much, but because even 180 on a girl who's like 5'7", 5'8", that can sometimes look a little on the heavier side, even though they might wear it well. But she's 4'11", so she's got less height on her, so she could be. I get between 150 and 200.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't really.
That's two. And one more, girl. Come on, we all got flaws now. We got to be self-accountable. Lazy. You could be. What's the first one?
Bored easy.
And then one more.
Come on, say it.
I picked the wrong guy.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So
wrong.
Hold on. The question was flaws about herself. So her flaw that she identified is I picked the wrong guy. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You picked the wrong guys. Okay.
Oh. She picks the wrong guys, but these dudes need to step up, right? Does that make sense? Hey, audience.
Accountability isn't there.
Audience, am I just wrong in that? I mean, look, y'all let me know. Continuing.
But are you picking the wrong guys, or are you dealing with the guys that are picking you?
I don't let guys pick me.
So you pick the guys.
I am. If I see something I want, I grab, and that's probably a me thing.
Well, that's the problem, because the guy has to pick, because that means he desires it. If you're going after a guy, you don't know if he really wants you or not. If you're the initiator,
I just feel like if a guy doesn't take to what I'm saying, then they shouldn't go forward.
How old are you, honey?
I'm 38.
Do you have kids?
I have one daughter.
How old is your daughter?
Because you weren't listening earlier.
Will you date a guy that has kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Long as he is a good provider, he take care of his kids. I don't have a problem with that. Because I love kids. I would like to have more kids.
I forgot the cousins. When was your last relationship?
A little bit over 2 years ago was the guy I was engaged with.
Oh, so that's the same dude.
You had sex?
You don't have to answer.
I would like to know.
A few weeks ago.
Okay, he's not an option.
Okay. All right.
He is an option, but
Ooh.
at the same time, I'm giving him time to work on himself. And while he's doing that, I'm not going to close the doors because my king might be there somewhere. I can't close the door on.
Hey, she said, I'm going to keep the door open for her king, just not this king.
You know what?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna be might be construed as a little bit rude, a little bit mean, but I think it's something that would probably benefit the Black community. We as men need to stop sleeping with women like this when they are at this size, because as we saw earlier, she thinks because she can have sex with a man that men want her, that she can get whoever she wants. Now, I think men need to start showing some discipline, or as I start calling it now, dickipline or whatever, dick discipline. And we need to stop this because it's only enforcing them to not have any standards or have any accountability. They can just be however they want to be and still get what they want. And I'm not saying it as to hold it over them, but like we got to do better as a group because since the 1960s, 1970s, we've been going down and going down and going down as far as a community, while other communities are either going up or they're just kind of staying the same, or but us, we're going down because we just lost all sense of self and standards. So me personally, well, I'm not going to say that, but I just think that guys should stop just because they want to get some, they have that itch, that feeling, be stronger and not give in to that, because then we have this and it just propagates.
Okay, so Sean said, and I'm just going to rephrase here. Sean said that these ladies that are receiving sexual attention, it's causing them to have an inflated sense of who they can get and what they could get just because they're receiving sexual attention. And I agree with that 100%. It's causing a inflated sense of self that is making it hard to get them to see that just because a man can sleep with them, it does not mean that a man would want to be with them long term. And they're not putting two and two together like that.
Yeah, I mean, Black people are at the highest risk for diabetes, hypertension, heart attacks, all kinds of health issues. And unless there's some kind of causation that causes us to start taking better care of ourselves, then, I mean, I know it probably sounds silly to start there, but like we can start somewhere. Because if we don't, like I said, the community is just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse.
Groovy Reviews 101 said, sometimes it's better to just use your hand. Call on Pamela Anderson than to sleep with every woman that you see.
Pamela twins.
Pamela twins. Which one am I having over today? The left one or the right one?
Left Tina or
continue it.
That one person.
Okay.
Why would a guy be lucky to? Why would a person be lucky to be with you?
Yes.
Because I'm a vibe.
Girl.
Oh,
that nonsense goes. That's that whimsical bullshit.
I got Virgo.
I like what she said. She said they ain't got that much vibing.
And they try to control everything. So that might be.
No, we have to have the last say. And
that's probably a problem for men. You can't have the last say if you want a man. Men lead.
But they want to.
Men lead. So they're not going to be with no woman who thinks she's the boss. And that's just honest. You can ask any man in these comments.
Beside me. I don't want to be behind him.
No, it's not that. It's man lead. And you have to listen to men when we're talking about this.
Yeah,
so you can't listen to women.
And reason. They have to give me reason to let me be the lead.
All right, girl.
I've been leading
my dog. Okay, go on.
Well, I can tell this happens a lot with a lot of women because y'all been doing this for 3 years, that you are stuck in your ways. So let me ask you this. Does a guy have to honor what you desire, or if not, you are okay with being by yourself?
Absolutely. I'm very okay with being by myself. I'm by myself now.
Okay. So I mean, like, I always feel like you can stick to your guns on anything if you're willing to deal with the consequence. And the consequence could be there's no man that's gonna sign up for that.
Yes.
And if you're fine with that, then you keep on going on. But if
I'm sorry, Kendra, is that you know what? Hey, hold on, let me see if my clapping sound's working now. There we go. That's perfect. Look, if you want to stick to your guns and you want to shoot for a 7 or above and stick to these things that you aren't going to compromise on, and you don't get that, then you should be okay with the consequence of, well, I might just be by myself. And you know what? I advocate and say that I think the best person in the world is somebody that people say, oh, folks need to be with people. I don't really rock with that so much. Like, if you're somebody that's good with who you are, then if you are seeking something, then I think that at some point, what you respect and value will find something that respects and value the same thing, and then y'all can rock well together. All right. If I never found that, I'd be fine, right? This lady sounds like, she'd be on the same tip as well. Like, I don't think she's out here tripping, saying that, these men ain't ish and things like that. I think she is shooting for the stars.
Yep.
But she's not gonna find what she's looking for.
You desire companionship in any way, then there might be certain things that you can adjust if you want said men, or you just deal with the men who are willing to deal with you. But it seems like those men you don't really like that much.
I just feel like it's worth the if I feel like it's worth the compromise, then I'll go for it. That's just me.
That might
And
be
I'm
one
not
of your flaws
right,
that you're not
but
taking accountability for.
even I definitely would take account if I feel like I'm wrong about something. I definitely will say it. I don't have a problem, but it's just the thing that a lot of times I'm right.
Girl.
Oh, see? Did y'all catch that?
Didn't take long.
I'm gonna see if I can go back.
Your flaws
Right,
that you're not
but
taking accountability for.
even I definitely would take account if I feel like I'm wrong about something. I definitely will say it. I don't have a problem, but it's just the thing that a lot of times I'm right.
See, before she even said that last part, I said, I don't believe that for 1 second. Run. Run. I like our producer over there. Our producer's producing the hell out of this show. Shout out to them. Continuing.
Yes.
I agree. You got the bad dog. Okay. But no, I'm just playing. That's what Kevin said. Did we have anything else?
No, that's it. So get her Instagram
Okay.
page.
Well, you definitely a vibe, girl. Give us how to reach you. You said Adrian?
You did that. No, just give the guy how they can reach you.
How they can reach you, IG?
My Instagram is Foxy Brown Eyes 32. That's FOXXY BROWNEYES 32.
Okay, I'm good.
Just
Really?
because sometimes I
And please don't come to my
Really,
DM
though?
with BS because I'm not on it. I'm gonna shut you down real fast.
She shut
Thank
niggas
you.
down. Period. Don't play with her. She a vibe. All right, girl. Thank
I
you.
came natural.
Bye,
No
baby.
no makeup, no filters, nothing. What you see is what you get until I get extra cute.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, bitch. I love y'all.
I love you, too.
Bye.
So I have to go, but I will say this was Nisha. She gets calls on Facebook.
Yeah, you let that lady take all my first time with the update. That wasn't even an update. I didn't even get to interview nobody.
But you did on Facebook.
Oh, I
You'll
am
be
on
back
Facebook.
another time.
Okay.
But I want to say this. I want to bring this up because
Let me see. Let's see what she say.
although I wasn't the biggest fan, I'm not a hater. And Niche says that she has been watching. Y'all always talking about Kevin Samuels.
That man ain't lied once, and I don't care how harsh he is. He ain't lied. Women don't like to hear the truth. That lady knows.
Should I give her a high five right now?
Just Niche, hold up. And when talking about Kevin Samuels, that was the one thing that I would say as well. I would say, okay, tell me where he was wrong. And I have yet to have anybody tell me what he was wrong about. The most common thing that people would say was, oh, well, sometimes, he wouldn't have to, say.
I didn't like his tone.
And
his tone
was
like that?
trash and all this and that. And I'm like, when Kevin Samuels' tone did go a certain way, either A, he matched what the person was giving him, and it was likely because they disagreed with what he was saying, and eventually he would just know this person's not listening to me. So you know what? Here we go. He never just started with a bad tone. He never gave that to anybody. He was never just disrespectful off the rip to anyone. When his tone did change or his tone did elevate, 100% of the time, there is no 99 on this. There is no, most of the time, 100% of the time when his tone changed, if you were listening and paying attention, it was because the lady just simply wasn't listening. Period.
She wasn't understanding. They listen, but they don't understand half the time.
And Jess Niche came out and said it. She goes there, Kevin Samuels was never wrong. And I'm curious what she's going to finish with here. Let's see.
She needs to lose weight. And she's beating all around the bush. We're talking real stuff. You are, there's a lot of people who are overweight, but then it's like, come on, we're going to be for real. I need to lose weight. And I know that.
Same here.
But you talk about standards and vibes. And when I asked what's the top 3 things men want, she talking about confidence. No. What kind of confidence I was talking about men. So I just feel like women don't like to hear the truth all the time. And sometimes when somebody tell us that, we have a problem with it. But
yeah.
Oh man, I don't have anything to add to that. That was.
I do.
I told you. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you? 'Cause I told you. And when did I tell you? A long time ago. And what did I say will happen when I told you? Exactly what just happened.
Let's play a couple of more seconds, and then we're going to close out the stream, read some comments, and enjoy the rest of this evening.
But yes, that was all my 2 cents. And she don't like to listen, so you overweight and you don't like to listen. So
her spirit was beautiful, but y'all told her the truth. Yeah. You can't come with all that.
Ooh, I didn't know this was on here.
Come on, man. Oh, I don't like to listen. I ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. This man ain't. Come on, man. That's why you single.
You have an attitude. You bossy. You big.
And back.
Jeez.
You big backed it.
You stop it. We won't call it big back.
Not big back. But I'm big. But I know that.
But Nisha has been watching a lot of Kevin Samuels.
But I also know that I'm overweight. So let's just call it
I tell y'all that.
But
I tell y'all all the time.
But you walk in your weight. I feel like you don't.
But also, I'm aware that I need to lose weight too. I'm not gonna be like, I'm a vibe and I'm bossy.
And you always have a man though, Nish.
Yeah, that's not the point I'm making.
Nish, keep it.
You always have a man.
The point I'm making is I understand what men are looking for in women. I feel like a lot of us don't. They don't care about certain things that we think they care about. And I feel like once we're more aware of that, then we'll be better able to find a man. If you think a man care about education and money and confidence, you're wrong. And you can ask men that. Don't listen to me. Ask Zach. Ask the man.
If I say it, I'm harsh.
Here's a pause. Women, if you're on YouTube and you know of Kevin Samuels or any of these Red Pill channels or even Kendra's show, and if you want a man, the Game Genie cheat codes are right here on YouTube. We're all saying what we want, what we value. Now, if you still want to detour from that and still say, like, well, I just can't find a good man, we're telling you exactly what we want. And the good thing about men is we mean what we say. There's no hidden meaning. There's no guess what we're thinking. We're telling you exactly what we want, what we expect. But for some reason, some of y'all still just don't get it. And of course, it's not all of them. It's not everyone, but a good amount.
Bingo.
Jump in, because one person said I'm uncomfortable with the conversation. One thing I don't want to do, I don't want to.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to bash.
I'm not trying to bash nobody.
Yeah. It's not that I'm uncomfortable with the conversation. My goal, honestly, whether y'all think it or not, I never want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I do want to enlighten so we can see the difference of what you desire. I'm a person that I am in life. I'm a results person, right? So I'm all about what do you want? Yeah. What is the way to get the result? Now here's the deal. If you want a set guy and that's what you want, then you have to be willing to do the things for that set guy, or you deal with the men that take you as you are and go on with life. What happens is, what I've noticed is, and this doesn't just go for women, this goes for men too.
Come on,
want something that doesn't want you back, and you focus on that, opposed to the pool of people that want you and figure out a way to be
So-
happy. Now,
Hey, Kendra's dropping nothing but gems. That's the thing is, okay, understand, like, what's the pool of people that's picking you, right? Assess what is it about you that gives you access to that pool. Look, certain people, based off of their looks, height, status, whatever, are just going to have certain access to marketplace availability that I'm not going to have access to. I'm fine with that, right? I'm cool with that. Like The Rock's dating pool availability is significantly on a whole different spectrum that I can't even begin to comprehend than what mine is. Leonardo DiCaprio's exploits are well known out here in these streets, and his dating pool is on a whole different level than what mine is. I'm cool with that though, but I understand what my dating pool is, and I'm not out here being delusional about it. I'm not out here saying, oh, I can have the same people that The Rock can get. No. Oh man, I love it. Hey, Kendra, you know what? I ain't gonna say that. I'm just gonna say cool. That, like, I like the upfrontness and the in your faceness on what she's talking about right here.
I always say this: there's not one pool, and I love the Lori Harvey analogy because she would say the pool is crystal clear with millionaires, right? That's the pool she lives in. So it's really this: if you feel like you're in a pool of piss, the question is, how do I get out of this pool that's filled with piss? What do I have to do in bettering myself to be in a different circumstance? And that's all that I really, and I want to give that again to men too, because we focus on a lot of times of the women. This is what I don't like, because I get men that come on my show that need that same lesson and they don't get it. Now the rules are different. Women, you got to be beautiful. Men got to have money.
Men
Well,
be
that's
broke.
the fact.
Men be broke.
Men
And
gotta
then
have
we
money.
talking about, oh, I want this submissive woman that ain't gonna do this and listen to everything I
You
say
talking about-
after she done put in 16
You talking
hours.
about a broke man?
Yeah, you broke. You can't ask for that. You can't ask for that.
Yeah.
If she going half on the rent, you can't ask for that. Am I flagging or something?
You just have to be able to know.
Hold up. Ooh.
Before you say anything, so we got 5 people in here watching, and we appreciate. If you guys can hit that like button, we'd appreciate it even more.
Oh yes, absolutely. Now sometimes too there's a delay, and I've noticed that. But he said that a man can't require submissiveness if his lady is paying half on the rent. I disagree with that. Because there's going to be other things that I do. Like if I'm working and you're working, now what we come together and decide on, that's what me and the person decide to do that works for us. That doesn't mean that I still can't desire or require submissiveness because you're also paying half of the rent. I know people are going to disagree with that. Sean, what do you think about that part?
It comes down to your relationship dynamic. What you guys agree upon, you can still want or expect submissiveness or submission from your lady. But like I say, you got that conversation on and know where your financial standing is. Now, depending on what you're making, might be a 6-figure earner and be able to take care of a woman fully, 100%, where she can stay at home. And if that's the dynamic you want, then yeah, I think that she needs to have a higher sense of submission because, like I said, you're handling the bills, you're taking care of her. But if you both have to work, I'm not saying that she should be disrespectful or can be disrespectful to you, but you have to understand that, look, we're both at this level. We aren't millionaires. We're not thousandaires, whatever. We still got bills to pay. So let's just have the common decency and respect for each other to make this work. And I think that will also turn into a form of submission.
Okay. Hey, but look, my name is King Smith. I don't know if y'all can hear the music right now. Sean, you can't hear the music. Oh, the music ain't playing. Never mind. It's not going to work. I was just going to joke and say, hey, look, if anybody out there a millionaire And
Oh, King's Grift.
King's Grift. I'm about to grift right now. If you are a millionaire or a multi-millionaire and you just looking for a man who will treat you right, bang my line, hit my DM. I am currently with somebody, but she might understand.
Oh, God.
I hope she's not watching right now. Hey, Lay. My bad.
It is. You got some explaining to do.
If I don't see no comment pop up here in the next 15 seconds, then I know that she'd have probably already went to bed. But salute to her, and I appreciate the support that she's giving me. This video is almost done, so I'm going to finish out this video, and we're going to wrap up the show.
Where you stand and what you want. Yes. So, and it should be balanced, I think. Right?
Hey, Kendra, real quick, I want to.
Yes, I am big, sir. I said that 5 times.
All right, so that ended there. So, Sean, man, you titled this "Examining the Delusion of Modern Day Women." What do you think was delusional about the 38-year-old lady from Indiana that she presented that would have fell into the delusional state?
Her sense of self, and not so much her self-worth, but just like where she stands once again on the SMV. Because personally, I give her a 2. And as Kendra was saying, like, if there's piss in your pool, you got to find a way to get out of that pool. There's plenty of times I go to them and I see people who are a bit heavier, but you know what? I don't ever joke or I don't even laugh. In my head, I say to myself, you know what? That person's doing it. This person's out there making that effort to better themselves. Now, I would want to go over there and, say, good job, keep up the work, but I don't want someone to think that I'm belittling them. But like I said, in my mind, I'm congratulating them. So if you all ever see me at the gym anywhere and you're a bigger person, just know I'm cheering you on in my brain. But yeah, like I said, back to what she was saying, like, accountability isn't her strong suit.
Nope.
Reality isn't her strong suit. Delusionalist is her strong suit. She's got some work to do.
All right, we've got 2 comments that I want to highlight here, and then we're going to close out the show. God Happened to Me said, companionship is human nature. However, you have to be willing to grow and mature in life. Absolutely. And she made that comment when I was talking about if people needed to be around other people. And then let's see, one more here. Grooming and Reviews said, hey, not fair. I need to hook him up. So, hey, look, if there's any millionaires out there that wants a Greek chef who has a passion for, oh man, how the write up go?
Check the video.
A passion for cooking and can throw it down in the kitchen and on the mat because he's a fighter, hit up my guy Pete over there at Grooming and Reviews. All right. So, Sean, man, hey, this has been another fantastic edutainment video / live stream here on TDG The Dating Game. I like these. I like doing these. I like Kendra G's show. I love what she's doing over there. I've always said that I've been happy for social media because it highlights the things that people just didn't know or they weren't aware of, or you might have your uncle trying to put you up on game, but then you're also seeing your uncle make some really bad choices too. So, he kind of hit you. My uncle would do this all the time. And I'm going to talk about my family here. He would say, do as I say, not as I do, nephew. And what he was saying, he was spitting game to me. He was putting me up on knowledge. But where he messed up, at least with me, was he would say these things, but I would see him turn around and still do the exact same thing or mess with the exact same women that he was trying to tell me to avoid. But, he was being led with his downstairs head, not his upstairs head, and it caused him to get in trouble a couple of times. In one particular time, he got ran out of somebody's house and shot in the ass. He survived. That's why I'm like laughing about it. It wasn't anything that was too, worrisome, but somebody came home early and he had to run out, and the person chased him and let one off, and luckily it didn't go higher or in any bad shape that would have caused him to be paralyzed. So but with the stuff that he would tell me about, yeah, he was putting me up on game, things that if I had discipline enough and paid attention to and kept that discipline, would have set my life on a way different trajectory. I'd likely be a multimillionaire by now.
Well, I guess in closing for me, I'd like to thank everyone who's watching again, and make sure you guys stay tuned. We do have the live shows coming back shortly within the next month or two, and also street interviews. So make sure, if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button now, and hit that like button too. We appreciate it. We're going to be bringing you guys a whole lot of more a lot more content to wet your palates with. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Right now, I'm still on my travel trip, so I can't be too animated in this hotel room. I got neighbors left and right above. I'm on the top floor, so below, so I can't get too animated. So when I get back home, back to the studio, it's on.
All right, y'all heard it from the man himself. And we are closing with that. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Be sure to hit that like button, and we're out. Peace.
See you next time.
Let's get it. Shagadelic understand who I is. Not that many gon' do it like this. Bob your head, you can hear my shit, but I'm on my shit. I ain't had no chill. I'm who I are, I'm who I is. Taylor Susan, I play the part. Fuck a fire, how you mesmerize. Black Austin pies, man, that I'm stupid. Then again, oh so clever. On my loony, pour that lever. Talk my shit, I'm talking hella flow, baby. You